Hey Bertrand, we're back with another gift guide, this time for the intermediate runner. Welcome to RaceMob, where we've got training tips, running reviews, and inspirational stories. Check out our podcast, YouTube channel, Instagram account, or visit us at racemob.com. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get notified when new videos go live. All right, so when we talk about intermediate runners, we're really talking about people that have started running from a 5K to a half marathon. So, they've just gotten into running. Now they're going for a little bit longer distance. So they're going half marathon, maybe even full marathon. And there's a lot of gear that is kind of geared towards people going longer distance. And so we wanted to make sure that we put in front of you guys kind of things that are essential for that distance and things that you guys can buy runners that are going intermediate. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so number 12 on our list is compression socks. Definitely when you're getting into longer distance running, compression socks, I think, really do help. Do you wear compression socks, Coach?
I do, Casey. Specifically when I'm doing higher intensity workouts, longer distances, hill work, especially on the trails. They help manage that cumulative fatigue, and they're also great for recovery. And this is a great brand, fantastic brand, highly durable and well manufactured.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this a little bit when we chatted with Meb, or had you chat with Meb Kovleski over at with the Run Local crew. He mentioned that he was one of the first to start wearing compression socks, and I think he was wearing these CEP brand compression socks. I think the other thing that I love as well are compression sleeves, so the calf sleeves. So if you don't want the full sock, CEP also has calf sleeves. I love the calf sleeves a lot of times, so I'll wear them with some comfortable socks, put the calf sleeves on. What you are looking for is graduated compression. So there are, you just have to watch the brands and take a look, but you do want kind of graduated compression. So kind of the compression, I think, stronger at the bottom, a little bit lighter at the top, helps with blood flow, recovery, all that sort of thing.
One key caveat is with compression socks, you want to make sure if you're ordering online, the vendor will ask you to measure the circumference of your lower leg, in the lower Achilles area, the calf area, because what you don't want to do is to get that garment that is too snug where it really restricts blood flow. That can be dangerous. So if you have the ability to go into a local running store and get properly fitted, or read the specs by self-measuring and then ordering based off that, you'll have a much better experience.
Fantastic. All right. Great stocking stuffer here. And Amazon does have a number of these relatively low price if you want to just give them as a stocking stuffer or as a gift. Number 11 on our list, we've got jackets, lightweight jackets. And we think that this is a great product for runners kind of going into that longer distance, especially in the colder months. I know I love to run with a jacket. It's a little bit easier to take off if you start warming up and getting warmer, tie it around your waist, do those sorts of things. And you're really looking at kind of higher quality gear when you start getting into running, and you know that you're intermediate, you're getting into those longer distances. So it's okay buying a little bit higher quality products at that point in time.
Yeah, I agree. And having that outer shell, especially if it's breathable, if it's wind resistant or rain resistant, those are things you want to look at as well. But very convenient, very practical, and spending a little bit more on the front end gives you a higher quality and longer lifespan in the bigger picture of things.
Yeah, so there's a number of great products that we've kind of picked out. Running Warehouse has a couple of great products here. Lululemon, if you're looking to spend a little bit of money, they've got some great kind of longer sleeve and lighter weight jackets as well. Probably you're looking though in the $80 to $150. There you can find some good deals sometimes on clearance. Nike outlets have some North Face stuff. So really, you're looking for something lightweight, but kind of meant for and built for runners. Oftentimes, these things have little glove sleeves or things to place your thumbs through to keep your hands warm, even in in colder environments. So a lot of fun there. All right, next on our list, number 10 on our list, we've got arm sleeves. So again, if you are into running, looking to get into running, arm sleeves are great because you can just take them off relatively quickly, and store them away. So again, in the colder months, the arm sleeves are nice. Even in the summer months, they're good for UV protection, to protect your arms from the elements, and relatively nice to just kind of slip them on, slip them off. I don't know what it is about us runners. We like sleeves for a lot of the calf sleeves, knee sleeves, sometimes arm sleeves. I think they're also good just to like keep the elbows warm, the joints warm, that sort of thing. So
practical, portable, and versatile.
yeah. All right. Next on our list, we've got running gloves. Again, we're staying in the apparel realm. We're staying in the like winter months, but these are great stocking stuffers, which are, there's oftentimes things that runners don't really buy or think about buying because we're just like going out on a run, but they help tremendously, especially if you struggle with circulation on your hands and those sorts of things. So there are gloves that are kind of more built for runners, a little bit more breathable, some of them with like touch screen functionality. We've got a couple linked here. Again, Lululemon has a great pair of gloves that we think people are, is both stylish and nice. Nike has some great gloves. Yeah, I love running gloves when it gets cold. Out here in California, we're a little bit spoiled. It doesn't even get all that cold. But back when I was in Colorado or when I'm running, in other parts of the country, it gets cold. And it's nice to have some nice pair of running gloves.
And some of those gloves also have some storage compartments as well, either for keys, a gel, et cetera, et cetera. But as Kevin said, the Lululemon brand, Nike, well manufactured and geared for runners.
Fantastic. All right. So next on our list, when you're getting to longer distances, you might need gels. You might need some fuel, something to support your progress as you get into an hour-long workout, 2-hour-long workout, and etc. So, Coach, you recommend these gels, the e-gels from Crank Sports.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I've used e-gels off and on over the last probably 5 or 6 years. They have never failed me. Depending on your body weight and the duration of your exercise, that's how many gels you can take. We can talk about that in greater detail in future RaceMob content. But they're great. And the really cool thing is you're getting the nutrition. Also, you're getting electrolytes. And all gels are not equal. You'll get a lot of the gels that are just nutrition based, but this, you get that double combo. And I've seen people do some great things with this particular brand, but nutrition is key. That's portable, on the fly, consumed. If you're out for more than 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half plus, would be essential.
Great. Yeah. And makes a great stocking stuffer. Now, the e-gels, they're a little bit hard to find. They're not on Amazon. You have to either buy them directly from the website. Some local running goods stores do sell them. We know that Running Revolution down here sells them. But this is a brand that, I think, Coach, how many gels have you you've probably tried a number of different gels. This is the one that you stick by, right?
Yeah, I do. And I shared the story. And again, all gels aren't equal, but one of our teammates, Cecile Powell, she participated in the 2015 Quicksilver 100K.
Oh.
Okay, 60 plus miles. And with over 1,200 feet of elevation gain, she consumed water and e-gels that entire event. So, yeah. And they're very, very popular on the ultra marathon circuit and on the Ironman triathlon circuit as well.
Incredible. Yeah. So give them a try. I think that's the nice thing about gifting something is you're gifting something that the person might not have bought for themselves, might not have tried for themselves. And this is a good way to give them something that, you might have heard somewhere or that somebody with a lot more experience can recommend that you go out and you try. Awesome. So next on our list, we have earbuds. And I know that on our gift guide for couch potatoes, we had also recommended some earbuds, some $20, $30 pair. And I think for the vast majority of people, that's probably a good pair. You're not worried about losing them. You're not worried about, leaving them somewhere. But if you are getting into the intermediate advanced running, you might want to think about giving something nice, like a nice pair of earbuds. Here we have Bose earbuds, which are on sale. The Power Beats earbuds. Apple obviously has their AirPods Pro. So the nice thing about like nice earbuds, I don't have any yet. So hey, hint, hint for somebody. Aftershocks as well, I think, has a good Jaybirds as well. So you're looking at something like in the $80, $100 range, maybe something up in that range. But the nice thing about these types of earbuds, they have a much longer battery life. I know from my earbuds, if I'm getting up to maybe around an hour and a half to 2 hours, they are started to die. So, I think originally they said, okay, they're going to last you 2 hours. And then in the case, they'll charge them even longer. But if you're getting into 2 hour, 3 hour range, longer range, or if you forget to charge and whatnot, these types of earbuds, they will, they'll stay, charged for a longer period of time. And, if the person's a true audiophile and really worried about the music, the sound, obviously you're going to get better quality with these types of headphones and earbuds. So just something to pay attention to. I know the Aftershocks is one of the ones that Meb is sponsored by. Those work through bone conduction. So the cool thing about bone conduction is you're not actually putting anything in your ear, so you can actually still hear your surroundings. You just have things that kind of conduct to your bones, so you're listening to that music and everything as well. So some interesting options for you if you're looking for different range of prices. Okay, next thing that we have on the list, and a great stocking stuffer, we think, is anti-chafing butters, or stick applicators and those types of things. So again, not something you normally worry about when you're running like a 5K, but when you're getting to like half marathon distance, we've heard some horror stories, right? Of people that don't.
Money well spent, everybody.
Yeah. So I mean, I think again, a lot of times you can get blisters, you can get chafing, a lot of different things. One of the brands that a lot of influencers recommend is the Squirrel's Nut Butter anti-chafing stick. So great stocking stuffer there. I think you and I have both used Glide in the past, and I know Glide has like a his and a hers and a foot one, so there's a little bit more customization that they do on their side. But an anti-chafing stick, these are great things that like intermediate runners, those that are like shooting for half marathon distance, might not have bought for themselves, and it might be a fun little present to put into their stocking. All right. Next on our list, kind of a funny one here, but something that I'm going to recommend, and it's the Squatty Potty. It's the Squatty Potty. And if you haven't seen their commercial with the unicorn, highly recommend at least checking out the commercial. Maybe I'll link to it here. When we asked our runners, what's something that you recommend for a beginner? I think pretty high up on that list, I was surprised, is to go take care of business, take care of number 2 before your run. The worst thing that you can do, though, I will tell you, is to strain your body, right? Because you can actually cause some damage if you're like trying to force your way through hemorrhaging, hemorrhoids and other stuff, right? So the Squatty Potty, I know it's kind of jokey, but I actually do use this. And sorry, Mom, and other people don't want me to talk about bathroom products on the air, but what this product actually does is it raises your feet and raises your legs to your natural squatting position. So when you go number 2, there are like actual mechanisms within your body that prevent you from going number 2 when you're standing up. These help relieve and relax those muscles, so it makes it a little bit easier for you to go. So something that I recommend. They have a travel size and other stuff. Not super expensive. Kind of a funny gift, a gag gift too. So if you're looking at like a white elephant or something like that in the future, kind of some fun gifts for you to give. And
stocking stuffer. No
yeah.
pun.
I don't think this will fit in a stocking. I don't think so. Well, they do have a travel size,
Right.
so maybe that one.
Good suggestion,
will
though,
fit.
Kevin. Yep.
All right. Next on our list, and this one was given to us by Irina Stiasny, great physical therapist. I know part of the Too Legit crew. We'll have and include her email down below if you're looking for a physical therapist, somebody to work with you through muscle imbalances to get you strong enough to exercise and work out. If you're dealing with pain, joint pain, and those types of things, great person to connect with. But she's recommending some resistance bands, some stretch bands. And I know that this is kind of part of what we teach and what we coach in our training programs is to include strength training as part of your workout. These resistance bands on Amazon are like $6, $7, so relatively cheap. Right? Comes in a variety of different types of resistances. So from very, very light resistance all the way to fairly strong resistance. There's all sorts of workouts, even if you double them up and other things. But these are the types of things that, hey, it's hard to get to a gym these days. It's hard to get out of your house and get the motivation, even when we don't have restrictions in place. Doing a little and incorporating a little bit of body workout, resistance workout at home can help tremendously with all sorts of running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very versatile, portable, can, again, be done from the comforts of your own home and will help your running economy. Will help you experience more efficient, longer, stronger, faster workouts into the future. So great investment.
Yeah. And, there's some really, really interesting studies these days on bands themselves, because power lifters are starting to use these elastic bands. Really, they're interesting because they work your muscles a lot more than standard weights. Standard weights tend to impact your joints a lot more, but since these are variable resistance and they vary depending on where you are in the lifts and other things, resistance bands have become much, much more popular. That's why you see like bodybuilders putting chains on their barbells. They now have like places where they can strap these elastic bands and stuff. So something super interesting, an easy way to get started at home. Great way to start working your muscles without a lot of impact on your joints. Next on our list, the Run Pods. We had a review of the Run Pods, but as we talk about running or strength training with running, this is a great product to also incorporate strength training form, a lot of upper body tone into your running program. So great product here. If you want the full review, we'll link to the full review. Friend of the show, friend of the podcast, Bree Lambert, who we will have on the podcast upcoming soon. But I think great product, great fun product too, if you want to incorporate a little bit of strength work into your running.
And burning more calories, multitasking the process. So, yep. Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you ran a half marathon with those, right?
I did. And I'll tell you that I was pretty sore by the end of the half marathon. I think when it gets down to like speed work, intermediate work, for me, I'm a little bit bigger guy. So the 1 pound weights, not super heavy, but it does make you focus on form. It makes you concentrate, focus on what your arms are doing. Just being more cognizant along those lines. So, and then, for those half marathon, they get heavy, dude. They get heavy. So, and you ran with the last 6 miles in your marathon with these guys. So,
yes. Great product. And like you said, we'll have Bree Lambert, on in the near future in a podcast. We can talk more about the impact on your exercise routine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Next on our list, we have percussion guns. And I think this is something that a number of our guests have talked to us in the past about recovery, different types of recovery instruments that they use. Percussion guns, I think, is just one of these things that has grown in popularity exactly over the last couple of years. I remember the first time I saw a percussion gun, and they used to be extremely, extremely expensive. and they're coming down in price, I think, a good amount. I think the gold standard is still the leader in the industry is the Hypervolt, and they still have a number of different products. Those are the products that if you're looking to spend $300 to $400, you might want to look at the Hypervolt because they are the gold standard. There's kind of the ones that introduced it into the industry. I think they have. I'm not sure what they have. Yeah, the Bluetooth model. I was seeing that. I'm like, I don't know why you need Bluetooth on your percussion gun, but maybe it's to help you vary or hit different muscles or what you are looking for. So there's a couple of different types of models that use kind of different motors, different mechanisms on the back end. Some of them are more based on like a circulating saw. So I think like Tim Tam and those types of things are more based on like circulating saw motion. They sometimes have different areas where you can grip, different types of handles, different rotating heads help you get into different areas. I have a cheaper version, which I think for me works just fine. But what you are looking for is a couple of different things. One, can you vary the speed at which the head is going to pulse? So some allow you to do that, some don't. You are looking for the depth of the head's, I forget what they call it, but the head massage depth, right? So if it's a very shallow one, you're not going to get as deep into the muscle. If it is a longer one, you're going to be able to penetrate a little bit deeper into the muscle. Finally, you're looking for resistance force. So some of these models, they will jam even if not a lot of force is being placed on the head. So what you are looking for is kind of models that don't jam so easily, right? That you can put quite a bit of pressure on to get deeper into the muscle. So those are a couple of the things that you might be looking out for. But, it depends. I think for intermediate runners, you're probably fine with most models that are coming out today. There's not a lot of difference, I would say, from a lot of the models. You are looking for reviews to make sure that you're not getting dead models and other things. But would you, I think it's a little bit different what you're looking for a runner versus like a CrossFitter or bodybuilder, somebody who's really, really taxing the muscles, probably tends to get more, muscle knots and needs more myofascial release because they're really tearing the muscles to a greater extent. You're probably looking for a little bit more blood flow, a little bit of massage to get some of the myofascial release so that you're not creating, big pains in your IT bands and those types of things. But I go on. I digress. We can move on. Percussion gun, one of those things. So a couple of different options here for percussion guns. Okay. Next on our list, we have recovery. So Epson salt, just one of those interesting recovery tools. Coach, I actually don't use a lot of Epson salt, so I don't know if it's something that you use.
Yes, especially with ice baths. It takes that experience to a different level. It does.
I can only imagine.
It does.
Salt and ice. Ooh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, very good. Certainly proven therapeutic benefits. And as we stress the body, strain the body, there are times when we need to let the body recover, and this helps with that recovery process.
Yeah. And I think Epsom salt makes a great stocking stuffer, something easy to put in the stocking. Something else, if you're looking for kind of an upgraded experience, is float tanks. And we know that there's a lot of sensory deprivation. There's a lot of, float tanks out there, even, massage therapists, those kinds of things. Those make great gifts for runners, especially those in the intermediate, bucket. I know my sister used to love going to these sensory deprivation places. Great place to just take your mind off of everything and relax, let your mind recover, your body recover. So interesting product, interesting types of gifts. We know that great thing for, especially as stressful as it can be these days, to let somebody kind of relax and get into that relaxed state. Okay. Finally on our list, we've got bib albums as well as medal hangers. So what you really want to do at this point when they're getting into intermediate running is encourage them to get out there more, go to more races, go, collect more medals, right? I think all of us have started collecting, who have gone to their first race. If they've gone to their first race, fall in love with that experience, with that event. And it's addicting. And you want to go to more and more and more, especially when you make friends at the races, especially when you get to meet other people. And so we really hope that you encourage them to get out there more, and no better way than to have a medal hanger, even one that's custom. We know that on Etsy there's a lot of custom medal hangers, but there's a lot of great things that have sentimental meaning on these medal hangers, and then every time you place a medal on there, it has sentimental meaning, right? It reminds you of a great experience, a great race, great training leading up to that race. So yeah, do you have medal hangers at your house, Coach?
I had medals hanging around the room, and medal hangers are very practical. And again, as Kevin said, keepsakes, those sentimental moments, and for a sense of motivation as well. You may have other people that see them and ask questions. I've had them in the office before at work, and it's been a great source of motivation for some of my team members in starting a wellness program, getting them into their first 5K or 10K or charity walks, things along those lines. So again, great holiday gift.
Fantastic. And that's our list for intermediate runners. Now, if you guys are interested in knowing how Coach Bertrand can help you improve your running, especially if you're getting 5K to 10K half marathon, you want to run a longer distance, or maybe you want to run a little bit faster, one of these shorter distances. But if you want to do it the right way and get support and help along the way, come reach out to us at RaceMob. We're running specials all Christmas long. We'll be running, and we're just here to help. We're just here to help you out in any way that we can. So come let us know how we can help you out this Christmas and in the future. Happy and excited to do that. If you like this list, give us a thumbs up down below. Share this list with other runners. We'd love for you to share this list. And if you're looking for more running content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you get notified when our videos go live. And with that, thanks, folks. Appreciate it. Talk to you again soon.